Welcome to Hospitality Property School. This podcast is where savvy hotel, inn, bed and breakfast, and resort owners and managers get their weekly dose of hospitality property tactics and strategies from authorities in the hospitality industry. They will share their decades of experience and help you find success. You are listening to Hospitality Property School with your host, Gerry MacPherson. Welcome to another edition of Hospitality Property School. I am your instructor, Gerry MacPherson, and today I'm going to look at how to keep hospitality property owners and guests happy through training technology. Now, making guests happy is an honorable pursuit for any hospitality property, and that can translate into higher occupancies, the ability to grow, more asset value, and a few other monetary advantages. While we can talk about physical and operational upgrades that contribute to this goal, perhaps none is more impactful than having motivated and attentive associates serving your guests. As you know, this is a people business, so your guest satisfaction will ultimately be influenced by the happiness of your very own employees. So how to keep your employees happy? While this necessitates a multi-layered answer identifying both long-term and short-term tasks, one that has gained a lot of recognition is using ongoing education as a means to heighten motivation. By nurturing a culture of continual retaining requires a wholehearted and passionate commitment from hospitality property owners and managers if you are to achieve fruitful results. While in the past, ongoing education might have meant organizing a few days outside the property for team-building activities and some outdoor exercises with a few intensive instructional sessions sandwiched in between, nowadays, younger employees want to learn a different way. Modern learning. Two buzzwords that best describe the current mindset are micro-learning and bite-sized learning. Instead of hours of long concentrated classes, employees are left to learn a program on their own time, cramming in while transit to and from work, or during the few available minutes each night before bed. For example, instead of a 2.5-hour tutorial, a new recruit might be left on his or her own devices and given a 2-week deadline to complete the course, followed by an online test and a compressed interactive component with a supervisor. At this stage, you would not be wrong in recognizing millennials have a lower attention span versus those of older generations. Psychological evidence has long since shown that bite-sized learning is actually far better for memory retention. Thus, while adopting a micro-learning culture might be better for attracting and keeping younger team members, it can also be quite beneficial for veteran hoteliers. Online blackboards, short training video libraries on websites, and mobile apps, to name 3, can enhance so many aspects of your operations. Applying their merits to set up incremental training program for all employees, young or seasoned staff or managers will likewise achieve incredible results. Fiscal benefits. One critical aspect of these micro-learning platforms is that, through automation, they help to drastically cut labor costs associated with internal education. For instance, if you set up an online team training app that new associates can download onto their smartphones, then the initial phase of job shadowing can be cut in half because so much of the grunt work is shifted out of the classroom and onto the cloud. Such apps might be used for lateral promotions as team members opt to explore new operations expertise while staying in their current roles, so there aren't any hiccups when it comes to succession planning. Concurrent to cost savings in a supervisor or manager's man-hours devoted to training, there is also a motivational angle. Like any family, although One may be a tad dysfunctional given how frantic a hospitality property environment always ends up being. We want the closest to us to experience personal growth and enrich their lives. For this reason alone, many resources you devote to upgrading your training programs will make everyone involved all the happier. Aside from guest satisfaction, increased morale also means a more productive team and less employee turnover. Two elements that not only play a large role in labor costs, but also factor into what ideas your team brings forward to help improve operations. Implementation. With all these advantages, it is clear that migrating your instructional programs to an online platform is a worthwhile project. However, agreeing to this initiative is the 1% inspiration, and that leaves 99% perspiration to make it functional. First, you need a project leader, someone to decide what training platform to set up and to be accountable for its success. Next, and equally as vital, you need a content supervisor, which is often the same as the project leader. The person responsible for uploading necessary materials and designing the training courses in addition to maintaining the platform and completing enrollment. Last, there is the recurrent issue of ensuring sustained engagement or daily activity use. This is another topic altogether, but to give you an idea here, some worthy tactics include staff rewards, internal gamification mechanisms, regular in-person prompting, or even the establishment of consequences for inactivity. Above all, don't assume that this is an easy transition to cloud-based learning environment. The results, however, you will be more than compensated for any headaches in this regard. Once you are in a groove with such a new age incremental training platform, you'll find your team is happier, more motivated, and fully ready to rise to the challenge of making your property better. If you are a member, we are going to explore this technology further in the Hospitality Property School group. If you are not a member, you can find out more information by visiting keystonehospitality.com/HPSG-invite. If you have any stories about keeping your hospitality properties owners and guests happy through training technology and would like to share, or have any questions or feedback, you can leave them in the comments section of the show notes. You can find them at keystonehospitalitydevelopment.com/KHDC080. If you have topic ideas, reach out to us. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/KeystoneHDC, on Twitter at twitter.com/KeystoneHDC, or by email at info@keystonehospitalitydevelopment.com. As always, let's work together to put more heads in your beds. Till then, have a fun day. This session of Hospitality Property School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe so as not to miss any hospitality property tactics and strategies that will help you find the success you have always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best content possible. We will see you next time, right here in Hospitality Property School.